Today we'll be in Chapter 1, Section 7, which is Subtraction of the Real Numbers. Today we have one course objective, or topic objective, which is to subtract integers and rational numbers. Okay, so subtraction of the real numbers. In general, that's going to be like a minus b, but another way you can think about it is a plus a negative b. So really, subtraction is just adding the negative. We can see that if we look at 9 minus 4. So we could rewrite that as 9 plus the negative 4. And this right here is what we did in section 1.6. So subtraction and addition of the real numbers is very, very similar. So let's do an example. We have 4 minus 9. Now if you just work through that in your head or with your calculator, you're going to get negative 5. If you wanted to do this with a number line, we can certainly do that. We do 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1. Sorry, my number line's getting smushed. I didn't make it big enough. Okay, that's enough for us. So again, you're going to start with your first number, which is a positive 4. And then you're going to go to the left, because that's what the negative says, left 9 spots. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that ends us at negative 5. So if you like the number line method, you can do that. You can also think about writing it kind of like we did up here with this a plus a negative b. So we could rewrite 4 as plus a negative 9. And then that's also going to give us the negative 5. It's whatever clicks best for you. So let's do another example. Negative 4 minus 2. If you want to rewrite that, we can do negative 4 plus a negative 2. So we owe somebody $4, and then we borrow $2 more from them, so that means we're going to owe them a total of $6. Again, you can do the number line if you'd like. I'm not going to draw it out, but you guys can do that. Remember, and this will be the third time I've written this, because I wrote this in 1.5 and 1.6. So remember that a negative times a negative is a positive, that a negative times a positive is a negative, a positive times a negative is a negative, and a positive times a positive is a positive. Okay, so let's look at if we are subtracting a negative number. We have a negative and a negative, so that's going to switch over to a positive. So if we are taking a number and subtracting a negative number, it's the same thing as if we're adding. Let's do an example. If we have 7 minus a negative 5, let's consolidate these signs in the middle first. So a negative and negative is a positive. So that's 7 plus 5. And that gives you 12. We can do another one. Negative 15 minus a negative 12. Again, consolidate these middle two, and that'll change that one into a positive. We still have negative 15 plus 12. So that's going to be a negative 3. We start off at negative 15, and we go to the right 12 spots. That'll leave us at negative 3. Okay, some of your problems are going to be word problems, but not difficult word problems. They're going to be like this, where it's subtract 12 from 3. So we need to know how to write this in math, like we did up here, So we need to know which of these numbers comes first and how to subtract this. So it says subtract 12 from 3. So our first number is actually going to be 3 because we're going to take 12 away from that. So that means we're going to put minus 12, and that'll give us a negative 9. Let's do another one. Subtract 8 from 15. So what number is going first? If we're taking 8 from 15, then we're going to be starting at 15, and we're going to lose 8. And that's going to leave us with 7. So those are going to be the kinds of word problems you're going to run into. Well, that and one other one I'm going to work with you in the homework because I don't want to write it out. Okay, let's do one subtracting fraction problem and then we'll dive into the homework. So, subtracting fractions. This is from 1.3 as well. So if you need more practice, you can go back and do homework from 1.3. But let's just work one problem as a refresher. 5 over 9 minus 3 over 8. Remember to get a common denominator first. Okay, so we need a common denominator, between 9 and 8. So we're going to take 9 times 8, which will give us 72. So a common denominator is 72. So we're looking at our 5 over 9, and to get 72 on bottom, we took that times 8. So it means you take the top part times 8. So that's going to give us 40 over 72. And then if we're looking at our 3 over 8, we took the bottom times 9 to get us 72. So it means we're going to take the top part times 9 as well, which will give us 27. So now we are taking 40 over 72 minus 27 over 72. Since the denominators are the same, we're just subtracting the tops. So we have 40 minus 27. And you can either do that in your calculator or do it in your head, but that will get you 13 over 72. And that'll be your final answer. So let's go do some homework problems. Okay, once you get your homework open for Chapter 1, Section 7, go to problem 17. And this is going to be one of the word problems that you will have to do. So let's look at it. It says, suppose the temperature of a negative 124 degrees Fahrenheit was recorded in Antarctica, and the temperature of 111 degrees Fahrenheit was recorded in the Sahara Desert. How many degrees warmer is 111 than negative 124? Okay, so we need to know how much warmer that is. So how many degrees warmer is 111 than 124? So what you're doing is you're taking 111 and you want to know the difference of the temperatures. So difference, let me write that, difference equals subtraction. So you want to know the difference between the 111 degrees and the negative 124 degrees. So we have negative and negative. That's going to be a positive. So we have 111 plus 124, which is going to give us how much? 235. So there should be a 235 degree difference. Let's put that over here in our homework. Let's do 235. Oops, hit enter, and we did it right. So, the thing to learn from that problem is difference equals subtraction. Let me click that. Difference equals subtraction. So let's try another homework problem. Let's do number 16. This is, again, a fraction problem, but I wanted to work another one with you. So it says subtract 4 over 9 from 3 over 7. So we have to figure out which one we're writing first. We're subtracting 4 over 9 from 3 over 7. So 3 over 7 comes first. Then we're subtracting 4 over 9. We have to get a common denominator. So 7 times 9 is 63. So 3 over 7, we times the bottom by 9, which will give us our 63. Means we need to times our top by 9, which will give us 27. We're looking at our 4 over 9, we're timesing the bottom by 7, which will give us our 63, which times top by 7, which will give us our 28. So we have 27 over 63 minus 28 over 63. Since the denominators are the same, you're just going to subtract the tops, which will give you a negative 1 over 63. So now we come over here to our homework, and we type in a negative 1 over 63, hit enter, and we did it. The rest of your homework will be like the previous problems we've already worked. So good luck on your homework, and good luck on your quizzes.